Hey guys, welcome to another Black Blue Reviews. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and well, besides the one you saw last week, but I'm actually doing this in real time after the one I uploaded last week, being almost a year old. So I have no tripod, so I can't hold the camera. It is a bit shaky. I'm sorry I'm holding myself. But today we'll be reviewing The Last of Us Remastered. Yes, it is sealed. I played it via digital download when I first got my PS4. I also owned the PS3 version of it, but we'll be talking about the remastered version. That's the one I've beaten. So of course you already know The Last of Us Remastered. Hopefully you guys relate to my story, because it's going to be most of a story and a review, of course. So we'll have to wait and see what I say. Okay? Let's get into it.
Get a load at this!
I'ma be that nail in your coffin, saying that I softened. I was ducking down to reload, so you can say your petty explanations. I don't have the patience before you even say it. I know you let your pride or your ego talk slick to me. No, that is not the way I get down. And look at how you lose your composure. Now let me show you exactly how the breaking point sound. You let your pride or your ego talk slick to me. No, that is not the way I get down. And look at how you lose your composure. Now let me show you exactly how the breaking point sounds.
I'm not done yet!
The Last of Us was originally released on the PS3 back in 2003, 1 year later being released on the PS4 on July 29, 2014, being called The Last of Us Remastered, which this is going to be the version being called The Last of Us Remastered for me playing the, well, version that we're talking about today. So, when I bought this game, not even the game. When I bought a PS4 for Christmas of that year, or the next following year, 2014, I totally forget, I got a downloadable code for The Last of Us Remastered. And little did I know, of course, I knew it was going to be a really good game. I didn't know how great of a game was it. I didn't really play it until about 2 years later. The remastered version on the PS4. What made me want to play it? I just wanted to try new games at that time, and it pretty amazingly, I'm actually kind of glad I did. So I started playing this game around May, I would say May, most likely April. That's when I started playing The Last of Us Remastered, and I started playing it very slowly. I wasn't sure how long I was going to get into it or whatever, and then the beginning, it just hooks you in when Joel and his kid, I forget her name, you know, are just living like normal lives, and then the zombie apocalypse happened, and then everything goes to, well, chaos and mayhem. So I don't want to say what's going to happen, because it's basically spoilers, but also don't want to say it as well. I just have to say, play the first 30 minutes of the game, and you know what I'm talking about. So everything is going down, like zombies coming out of just everywhere. Everyone is just running away from their lives because no one knows what's going on, of course, and it just turns into chaos. So years later, it finds out there's a group called the Fireflies that seem to be the best people out there, and also the most dictator-like group to take over the world. And basically, politics go into the thing, and I don't want to talk about it, but it's very, very good. It takes you to the future of prior from that moment when you're playing the game, and starts telling you all what has happened as much as possible during that time and this time. So I don't really remember exactly if they said how long it's been. I believe they have, but I kind of totally forgot, honestly. But it's a very good start. Now, of course, we got Joel and we got Tess as the beginning characters that we actually get to play in the game. Well, not Tess really, but still. At some point after Tess and Joel goes through like some kind of taverns and stuff throughout their town, they got a mission to protect a kid all the way to get to the Fireflies, because this kid has a special secret. She is immune to turning into a zombie, and she got bit, and nobody knows why. Let's just say it's very, very interesting of why she's the one. Her name, sorry, is Ellie. Ellie is the second character after some point. Tess, we'll just say she goes away. I'm not gonna say how, she just goes away. So Joel and Ellie, goes through so many sorts of obstacles and just situations that deals with zombies, deals with people, deals with dictators, deals with like situations you don't know what to do, and it feels like, oh my god, moments. I didn't feel like there was one slow moment in the game. I didn't feel like, oh my god, at some point I'm gonna die. Never had a slow moment. Maybe it was like a slow moment when I was trying to do stealth, but never like I didn't want to stop playing. And or maybe I did because I got frustrated, but the story was amazing. Like really, think about like every other zombie apocalypse like movie and other games. Yeah, they did exactly what you already know, but it just felt like it did a step further. And did I mention this game was made by Naughty Dog, the people that made Jak and Daxter, Crash Bandicoot, and wow, Uncharted. There you go. Almost forgot Uncharted. So that's pretty good in my personal opinion. So it's pretty freaking good. I can't say much enough about it. I really can't. At some later point on the PS3 version as well, they released the DLC for Left Behind. So it's kind of what happens with Ellie and our certain friend that Ellie does mention at the end of the game, which that's where Left Behind goes into. But I'm not going to talk about Left Behind. I will say just that because I actually have not played Left Behind. I'm leaving it alone. So I'll get to that point in some time before The Last of Us 2 comes out, because I would like to try that myself. So, what do I think of The Last of Us Remastered? The Last of Us Remastered is just an amazing game. Yes, it could take time to play the game if you are stealthy or you know, you just want to get onto the game, like you don't care, just shoot balls blazing, but you have to survive. You have to keep all your equipment as much as possible. You have to salvage what you got. And which is say, I never realized how freaking important bricks and bottles are going to be against like I forget what they're called, like not tickers, but maybe they're tickers, I don't know, the ones that had, like could hear everything. Those ones were the ones that painted in the ass for me. Everything else was kind of okay, other than like another one, but I can't remember the name. I just gotta say, I loved the game. It was fantastic. Of course, I wanted to know more, but I will say it leaves on a cliffhanger for The Last of Us Part 2, including Left Behind for the Ellie's, you know, Left Behind part. So, what do I say about this game? It's a great game. I can see why people loved it back in 2003 and 2013 and 2014, and I can see exactly why. You know, it's fantastic. Nowadays, you can pick this game up for about $10 to $20 at best. Anything up higher than that, don't pick it up. And I'm talking about just the remastered version. If you want to get the original The Last of Us for the PS3, same, like $10, $20 at best, but nothing higher than that. I am very excited, but overwhelmed with the whole game. The whole game was exciting, but it was overwhelming because I felt like I had to take breathers. I really felt like I had to like relax, you know? And I just felt like after one big obstacle, there was another big obstacle, then another big obstacle, and then maybe a little mini obstacle, but another big obstacle. It was just breathtaking all the way through. I would say that. I love the story. That's what's really was making me going through the whole game, was the story. I can't express that enough. The story was worth it. If this was a movie, it'll be fantastic. If it was a movie as well. Just saying that. Depending, really. But still, it was fantastic. What would I say about The Last of Us Remastered that people has not already said about it? I don't know exactly if anyone's really said this, but I can maybe assume it. For me, there's been moments in the game I thought it would end. After a certain point, I forget, I felt like every moment, like, oh, this can end the game, this can end the game, this can end the game. I didn't know where it ended. I really didn't. I will say a little bit, I did think, and I 100% thought, that the game was going to end after we took down a guy in a snowy area. After that, that was it. I seriously thought, like, okay, that's the game. I was literally waiting for the credits, and it never happened. I was like, okay, cool. Little spoiler alert, let's head to Utah. I'm like, we're not done with the game? I'm like, wow. Really? That surprised me. So, after we get to the Utah part, I can say around that time frame, I was actually done with the game. I can say that, but it took like another few, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours, I don't know. But it was a very good game. I really, really enjoyed it. It's worth the money, 10, 20 bucks. I don't know what else to tell you. It's for sure, I forget my own rating system. Well, it's for sure own it. It's an own it. For sure. 100% it's an own it. I don't know what else to tell you. If you really want to try and give it a shot, I'm pretty sure it might be on PlayStation Now, or including a free demo trial of it, or if you have a friend, borrow it from him. So there's that obstacle too. And if you don't have GameFly, go sign up for GameFly.com. Even though I'm not sponsored whatsoever, but GameFly does have those options, so who knows if GameFly even supports that anymore, but GameFly is an option regardlessly. So once again, everybody, that's it for today. My review on The Last of Us Remastered, I say own it. It is a must for the PS4 or PS3, regardless of what version you get. It's an own it. So once again, thank you for watching us. See you all for the next one, right? Bye bye.